Okay, Christmas fans. I have been so excited for this masterclass. I mean, like, I say that with almost every masterclass, don't I? But here's the thing. I mean, look, if you know me at all, even a little bit, if you really don't know, but you know me, but you've heard about me, you know that I am a certifiable Christmas time junkie. Can you use those words, Christmas time and junkie, in the same? I think you can do anything anymore, right? So I love Christmas. I love the reason for the season. I love decorating. I love playing the music. I love the lights. I love loving on people. I love making memories with people. I love Christmas trees. Um, and in case you doubt, you'd be like, oh, Donna, nobody can really love Christmas trees. Well, yeah, actually, you can when you have 39 Christmas trees in your house.
She's not lying.
Beth is going, come closer, Donna. 39. Now, some people say, 39, how big of a house do you live in? Well, we're blessed to live in a pretty good sized home, but it's really not the size of the home, guys. It's the imagination. Because while I have like 17 or 19, I think, of literally like 6.5 foot or taller, I have probably 12 that are like this guy right here. Yeah. And by the way, today is 12 desserts of Christmas. Come on. Come on. Look at that. Like I didn't plan for this theme several years ago before I knew we were going to produce the 12 desserts of Christmas. So I have about 12 of them that are that size. And that one's about 4.5 foot. And then I have, some little ones that still count because they're Christmas trees. So it wouldn't matter if you were living in an RV, which a lot of people are doing that now, right? Just out enjoying the world. You could have, well, if you put Donna Crutch in charge of decorating, I mean, we could have 11 trees in your RV. I guarantee it. I know it would be possible. So all that being said, I'm a Christmas time freak, junkie, fan, fanatic, you name it. I know that we're living in a world where stress might be at an all-time high. And when we're stressed, we run to comfort food, we run to comfort drink, instead of running to activities, exercises, food, and drink that are good for us. And what we wanted to do going into the holiday season is share holiday treats you can actually eat. These are the 12 desserts of Christmas that produce weight loss. Now, I decided, Bethy, we didn't talk about this one. I decided I would start with a bonus because a lot of people wonder, what they can drink. So I decided to bring, we didn't put this in our book or in our PowerPoint, Beth, but I think that, it's probably behooves everybody to run to the dollar store and pick up a red wine goblet. Okay, maybe two. It's never good to drink alone. Or a couple of red martini glasses or margarita glasses or whatever glass you dig. I like wine glasses. And before everybody gets all hung up on that this is being recorded at noon Eastern time and Donna Crutch is about to drink live, this is what's going in it right here. Okay. So I decided to pour myself some Christmas cheer while we were enjoying our day today. No, seriously, the idea of a red wine glass gets me excited because of Christmas time. So I know that folks wonder, what can I eat? What can I drink? And it's really just a matter of getting creative. And you might like the idea of Zevia in a red wine goblet, but you might say, look, Don, I'm looking for something a little bit more substantial than that. Okay, fine. We've got you covered in this cookbook. So this has been a village effort. This has been, I'm so proud of my Fully Alive team. We've got some people on this team. Well, everybody on this team is dedicated and jumps in wherever is needed. But boy, for this project, we've had a few people that have just been, Beth, wouldn't you agree? Just giving us amazing assets and images and building things that aren't usually a part of what we get to build. So it's just exciting what's come together. Beth is always amazing with what she puts together, and she researched herself silly on this one, you guys, finding the recipes that not only could apply if you're just wanting to be healthy, but could apply if you're wanting to lose weight, could apply if you're on Listen to Your Body, at least some of them, could apply if you're on 2030, at least some of them. So I think without further ado, I probably should share something with you guys before Beth starts teaching, that you're going to hear about sooner or later anyway. So I might as well just do it here. I wrote a parody. I did. I wrote a parody to the 12 Days of Christmas. Of course I did. It's called The 12 Desserts of Christmas. Now, just to prove how much I love you, I'm going to give you a few stanzas. And by the way, I can't sing. Now, I used to be able to sing, but I've been a speaker for so long and committed the cardinal sin of speaking. See, the law of speaking is you speak from your diaphragm way down here. And that's what I did for years. And then some things happened. I don't know, all my responsibility, I guess, where I started speaking from here, from my throat. That's bad because you strain your throat when you do that. So I notice how I'm disclaiming that I can't sing, right? Anyway, it's something very simply like this. You're gonna have to give me a second here. Hold on. And I pour it all over myself. It goes a little something like this. On the first day of Christmas, my cookbook gave to me a great weight on the scale to see. And the whole thing goes like that, right? On the second day of Christmas desserts, my cookbook gave to me 2 pumpkin pies and a great weight on the scale to see. On the third day of Christmas desserts, my cookbook gave to me 3 cheesecakes, 2 pumpkin pies, and a great weight on the scale to see. I'm done. Because there are 12 desserts, and you're going, please stop singing. Okay, so in all fairness to me, I got a little strained throat going on, trying to use the Zevia to keep my throat coated, but the truth is it needs to be warm tea. So that was a big introduction, Beth, but gosh, I mean, in my defense, it's Christmas and you can't shut me up when it comes to Christmas.
That's
So
true.
we really are going to talk about, right, pumpkin pie, cheesecake, brownie bites, oatmeal cookies, peanut butter cookies, bonbons. We're going to talk about, we're not allowed to say Reese cup. I think, did I just say Reese cup? Because we're not really allowed to say Reese cup. No,
You didn't say it. I didn't hear anything.
A chocolate peanut butter cup. That is Reese cup like, but it's not a Reese cup. A parfait, cinnamon apples, yummy. Crepes with chocolate sauce. Chocolate peanut butter ice cream. And now I know, Beth. Now our guests are going, okay, Kretsch, shut up, because we need to know about the recipes. All right, Bethy. So let's do this.
All right, let me, yikes, find my screen. Yeah. Should have done this while you were talking.
Well, I was rambling.
What?
Christmas Kretsch. I think that's, I'm making that my new nickname. I like it.
I don't know about you and rambles, but.
Oh, I know. So unlike me.
Golly, why isn't this coming up? Huh. Just try to find it now. Always works. Not today.
Well,
find something else to talk about.
I could go ahead and talk about all the themes of my Christmas trees, but I think it's probably right there in front of you. Does it matter? You're just trying to look for sharing your screen? Is that where you're at?
Well, I'm trying to find the actual, document. I mean, it's open. It's just not allowing me to pick it.
Okay.
There she goes. I got it.
Yay! Thank you guys for your patience. All right, let's rock.
Let's do it. So forgive my ineptness. So Donna already shared that we're going to do lots of recipes. This is one that you can do no matter where you are on the program, and that is the apples. So this is a baked cinnamon apple, but I've actually got a little crust topping with it. So a little cinnamon pretzel topping. You guys are used to doing the baked apple, core it, slice it thin, but this one, instead of going in the microwave, can actually go in the oven. So you could do it with the single apple, or if you wanted to do a whole bunch of them, have have that. But the single apple, you got an apple, slice it thin. I usually, for like the microwave one, I chop it into pieces. This one's a good slicer, so it kind of feels like apple pie. Just a little bit of cinnamon and some water. For if you want a little more sweetener in there, you could, this is just a suggestion, it's not in the recipe, you could use a little bit of one of the stevias. You could throw a little hazelnut stevia in there or something like that. And then for the pretzels, crush up the pretzel twists. So again, a single serving, just about 5 pretzels for just a nice little crumb topping, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little Zevia cream soda to get that
Oh,
cinnamon.
wait, you mean the very same thing that's in my red goblet.
Ironic.
Multiple uses for Zevia cream soda. Love it.
There it is. And this one, you can actually get kind of a brown topping with it, because once you follow the directions in the recipe, you can then, when the apple is baking, combine the pretzels and stuff, get them ready, and then pull that out, cover the baked apple, put it back in the oven and put it under the broiler. And now you're going to have like kind of a caramely top. So there is a little twist on your normal baked apple.
Okay, look, and that one is so yummy because, well, it's yummy because it's yummy, but it's awesome because it's no matter where you are on the plan or not on the plan, right? So this is perfect for 2030. This is perfect for Listen Your Body. This is perfect for if you're considering our program. This is perfect if you're on another program. This is perfect if you just want to live a healthy lifestyle. And it's beautiful. You know me, and I'll like Christmas crutch, right? See that red bowl? I think that's a good idea. I mean, seriously, I all joking aside, even though I'm the crazy Christmas tree lady, right? I think that things need to look appetizing. Things need to look festive. They need to look delicious. So all joking aside, I really am encouraging you to go out and get some red goblets or red tumblers or whatever, so that whatever you have in there feels festive. Same thing with the picture right there in front of us. That red dish is a great way to display your baked cinnamon apples, and you can take them somewhere. I would encourage you to warm them up when you get where you're going, or maybe even bake them once you're there, depending on how familiar you are with your host, because the warm of them is what makes them so decadent. So remember, at Christmas time, people want sweet. They want something that really just makes their taste buds jump up and down with excitement. But Christmas is all about the eye gate, right? And the ear gate. So Christmas is all about what you see. That's why we love the lights and the trees and the decorations. That's why we put on Christmas garments. Christmas is all about what you hear with the music. So having this particular dish warm would make it an even greater hit when you go serve it, or when someone comes to your house and they're a guest.
All right. Next, we actually have the Chocolate Lovers Brownie Delight. Now, this is also something that you can have no matter where you're at on the program, off the program, as long as you have our Total Life chocolate protein pudding shake. You guys know that those are super versatile in the first place, but when you take the shake and get a little untraditional by throwing a whole egg and a couple tablespoons of water and just a little pinch of baking powder, which will give it a little rise, that's going to come out like a chewy brownie. Now, for those of you who've worked with the shake before, you know, 1, they're delicious, and 2, it rises up and then it kind of comes down. So that's where the pinch of baking powder isn't a necessity, because we've all had it without it. For those of us who really love making like the mug cakes or the brownie, but if you do have the baking powder and you have that at that place in your program, this will come out like a nice chewy brownie.
So we also want to point out, Bethy, that protein helps to build muscle. And the existence, guys, just the existence of muscle burns fat. So you want to be putting in extra protein into your body. So not only do we want to have a brownie that's delicious, and again, remember I said warm, right? That's really important. If you've got extra protein content in any dessert, it's just plain better for you. It's just going to help to build muscle. Now, folks that work out will tell you a pre workout, a post workout, to give you extra energy. And sometimes those things are full of caffeine. And again, a post workout to help aid in the muscle growth. You can do the very same thing, whether you're a you're big into exercise or not. You've got an incredible product in the Ultralife 121 vitamin. I mean, people literally tell us that in 2 days, they feel the difference in that product. So your energy can soar. And with these supplements that are a protein supplement, that's a way to, help add muscle to your body. Now, people have asked us, can this be a meal substitute? Well, we have had in the past programs where the protein supplement was used as a meal substitute. So if you're going to have, one of the shakes or what have you as a meal substitute, we're not going to find fault with that. But I got to tell you, it's Christmas. So I think if I'm going to have a chocolate protein shake as a meal substitute, I'm probably going to have a brownie as a meal substitute. I'm just saying, I might have a brownie with, I don't know, something in the red goblet because, it's Christmas time. So we have now knocked out warm cinnamon baked apples, and we've talked about the chocolate lovers brownie delight. Now that's two.
And this is in the microwave, so you don't need an actual pan. There was a question. You would do it in a mug. So it's a single serving and microwave in a good, nice, pretty mug.
But you can make multiple ones. You guys can get yourself, the ceramic baking dishes or silicone. I know everybody's into using silicone now, right? And you can make multiple ones at the same time. So kind of think the idea of a chocolate lava cake, right? Try to picture that, and you serve that for somebody after a meal. I mean, again, what is happening to me at this very moment is what always happens to me. And that's that I want to go to my kitchen and I want to make this stuff right now. Now, the reason I said we've covered two and we're about to go into number three is because 12 desserts of Christmas, you guys, you literally can make one a day, right? And have something different to take with you every single day. And if you're celebrating more than 12 days, like I do, you just start back at the beginning again and this is amazing. I'm just so excited about this. So Bethy, let's jump into the next one.
All right, let's talk crepes. Now, if you're hosting like breakfast, like a Christmas morning breakfast, this is a really great way, with all of the hullabaloo and maybe you're eating later in the day and you want a really good breakfast, the crepe with the chocolate drizzle actually gives you double protein. We'll make a couple crepes, and it's just the ability to make it thin enough that, as you can see in the picture, it's a nice thin eggy looking crepe. So you've got the protein from the pudding shake, you've got the protein from the egg, you got a little bit of milk of your choice, so that could be coconut milk, almond milk, cow's milk, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of baking powder, a little cinnamon, and now you're going to make a very nice thin crepe. Non-stick is your key there, non-stick pan. And then for the chocolate drizzle, you actually take the chocolate protein shake. Now I messed around with this weekend and figured out how to make that drizzle. It's not as dark as what we have pictured, but it is a drizzle. So just mix up a little bit of your pudding shake because, we put it in our coffee and, things like that. So you always I typically have a packet that's got some open in it anyway, and some hot water, and stir it to the consistency where you feel like that's going to be a good drizzle. And you can, again, even add, if you wanted a little flavored stevia for whatever kind, if you want to kind of alter the flavor of the chocolate into like the dark chocolate stevia. So you got that, and this one is going to make a couple crepes, which is one serving, but I'm sure that the people that are having breakfast with you, you guys are all going to be nice and filled. And like Donna said, You know, that protein, it's going to give you the power to get through that Christmas day if you have these on Christmas morning.
So again, so Bethy just hit on something that I didn't mention about the protein. It's going to fill you up. I also love that she said there are two in one serving. That's pretty exciting as well. The smell of these crepes cooking is to die for, you guys. Everyone in your house is going to want what you're making when you start preparing these things, because they're
Smell like cake.
Oh yeah, it does. It smells like cake cooking. So again, see if you have guests over and you decide to make the crepes after dinner. I mean, again, people are just going to love them. Now you can make them ahead of time and keep them in a warmer. We've done that and they work out just fine. I would encourage you to bring about some holiday experience and have the drizzle on the side, pre-mixed on the side, so people can drizzle on their own, kind of a make your own crepe, although you've got them prepared ahead of time. Again, remember that, you know, all crazy Christmas tree lady stuff aside, the holidays are about experience. The holidays are about being together with people you love. And everything from wrapping gifts to unwrapping gifts to singing Christmas carols to enjoying meals together to cooking together, all of the senses are engaged at the holiday season. So make the crepe thing an experience, not just dessert, but make them ahead of time. Have them in a warmer, have that chocolate sauce on the side so a person can drizzle on their own. I would also encourage you, well, based on what I just said a minute ago, to remember that the eyes are a big part of the Christmas and of the holiday experience. So having a garnish, something that you can put on the plate that makes it look beautiful, that makes it be something that someone feels is a treat. And again, really, when these things are cooking, you're going to be amazed. Now, we do have some folks who are on with us right now who are asking if these recipes are going to be made available. If you are a 2030 or Listen to Your Body member, these recipes will be made available to you. If you are not, you will be able to avail yourself of these recipes at a landing page that isn't quite up yet. So you could go to 12dessertsofchristmas.com right now, but you wouldn't find them yet. But if you are on the inside of this masterclass watching it as a recording, you've already found your way to 12dessertsofchristmas.com. So again, if you are a member of 2030 or Listen to Your Body, yes, these recipes will be made available to you. You're going to have access to this very video that we're shooting right now, as well as a PDF of the recipes. If you are not a member, jot down 12dessertsofchristmas.com, and we will be able to let you know right here in the group. We'll let you know when that's up and live so you can get your PDF. Bethy, you ready to go to the next one?
Sure am. Okay, here's the much to do about the peanut butter cups. No other names mentioned. Sorry, not sorry. So this one is more of a listen to your body, have to have some peanut butter added in. So it does have a non-sugar peanut butter. So you'd want a good, you guys know me, organic peanut butter, no sugar added. There are such things as sugar-free chocolate chips out there, and they actually look really good and come in a lot of different flavors, and then some coconut oil. So this one is where if you've ever melted chocolate before, you're going to do that. You're going to take the chocolate chips and a little of the coconut oil in a microwave safe bowl and microwave it on high for 30 seconds till it gets all melty. And then you got your cupcake holder wrappers. I work with the parchment kind and things don't stick. They're great. So that's my personal recommendation, is a nice parchment cupcake liner, but do what you will. It's just that chocolate, it will release a little easier. So you've got your melted chocolate that you're going to put into the cupcake liner, and then you're going to kind of swirl that around to coat it, so in a circular motion, and then 2/3 at the bottom of that, and then you're going to put it in the fridge to harden. And then while that's hardening for those 10 minutes, You're going to stir together your peanut butter and the remaining coconut oil that's melted, because coconut oil does have it gets hard fast. So if it's not pretty hot in your kitchen, you will find that it does harden. Throw it in the microwave. Keep an eye on it because it doesn't take long to melt. It's got a low melting point. Then transfer the peanut butter coconut mixture into a piping bag so that you can squeeze that in there over your chocolate layer after it's set. So pipe that on, and then repeat your chocolate step from the beginning. Put those, get them all done, and then put them in the fridge to harden for 15 minutes. And now you have your healthier peanut butter cup.
So I know one of the questions that we're going to get is, where does this go in 2030, or listen to your body? All right. So it doesn't go in 2030, right? However, if you were going to go have the chocolate peanut butter cup that shall not be mentioned. Okay, look, it's Reese cup. That's what it is. The only reason we joke about not being able to say it is because we don't want to represent this as a Reese cup. It's not. It is a chocolate peanut butter cup that is Reese cup like. If you're going to go have a Reese cup, then you're better off to have this, right? However, in Listen to Your Body, depending upon where you are at in the cycle of Listen to Your Body, in that scientific approach, that formulaic approach, this recipe could very well show up. And again, if you're just looking for a healthy alternative, this is a recipe that, opposed to the alternative, is going to produce weight loss, just because of all the lesser things it has that you don't want more of when you're trying to be healthy and watch your weight. So it is a healthier alternative. It is a Listen to Your Body alternative, depending upon where you are at in that plan. It isn't necessarily a 2030 alternative, but there are recipes within the 12 Desserts of Christmas that are. Unless you're going to go have something you just really shouldn't have, then this is a good alternative. Now, I just thought of something that I want to show everybody. So while you go into our, let's see, where are we at? 5th recipe, right, Beth? We're at our 5th recipe. Well, let's review. We had our cinnamon apples, right? We had our brownies. We had our crepes, and now we've got our chocolate peanut butter cups. So as you go into the 5th recipe, I'm going to step away for a second because I just thought of something I really want everybody to see, to kind of drive home part of the point that we're making today. So you go ahead into the next recipe. You guys are going to get to see the whole little tree back here, and I'll be right back.
Okay. We know this one well. But this is when you get right at the end of 2030 Fast Track and into Listen to Your Body, you do get to add a dairy or a non-dairy alternative. So there's a way, a very simple way, to turn that Greek yogurt and the vanilla pudding into a really tasty, really does taste like cheesecake. So when you take a couple ounces of the non-fat Greek yogurt, and remember, adding Greek yogurt in is a great way to boost your protein level as well. So again, double protein in this, because you've got the 15 grams of protein in the Total Life Very Vanilla protein pudding. And then for the couple of ounces, you're going to get another handful of protein grams. So you've got your Greek yogurt, your couple ounces of water, your packet of Very Vanilla pudding, and a teaspoon of lemon juice. And when you stir up, first of all, the yogurt and the water and the pudding, and then add the lemon juice, that's what's going to give it that cheesecake consistency. Now you've got your half bag of protein pretzel twist crushed up for your bottom layer. And again, you can flavor the pretzel twist if you want with a little stevia. You don't have to, because it's just going to be really good right underneath of your protein pudding. And going back to what Donna said about presentation, this is in the picture is a great way to do it, to put it in a little ramekin, or you can, put it in a mold like this one was, but putting in a glass ramekin and topping it with a little mint and some sliced strawberries. now you've got a beautiful dessert, and this makes one serving. But just like we said earlier, you can make multiples of these little desserts and share them with your family at the party, wherever you're going with it. It's a great, impressive treat to take. I see you're
Yeah,
back.
cheesecake with pretzel twist crust. I mean, it just sounds amazing, right? So listen, it is presentation, presentation. It is experience, experience, experience. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure, well, I have a couple of things I want to show you guys because I'm all about traditions. I'm all about experiences, right? So as we're talking about presentation, and I said, you know, you could go to the dollar store and pick up some red goblets. I have to tell you, hit your thrift stores if you're really looking to save money because people get rid of, well, treasures. So adorable, right? Adorable. Uh, can be found at your local thrift store for 25 cents, 50 cents, maybe $1. And inside of this, I would put a whole bunch of the protein pretzels. And then I would put some flavored stevia on the side because that not a recipe that we have in here. It's another bonus. The chocolate covered pretzel idea is an amazing treat. And again, if you've got that stevia sitting there on the side and you've got a bowl like this full of the pretzels, or just have the bowl full of the pretzels with some mustard, now you've got a treat that is displayed well, is something that you can eat. If you're wondering what to take to a get together, I would encourage you in something that looks amazing, that looks holiday-ish, just to put your pretzels and take mustard with you. Now you've brought an appetizer, didn't take any time to put it together at all, and you know it's something that you can eat and stay healthy and continue your weight loss. Now, the other thing that I wanted to inject has nothing to do with presentation, but has everything to do with making memories. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky for you to see, but this is one of our traditions in my house. So this says Christmas bucket list. Can you see that? Now, the writing that you see on there is actually one of our granddaughter's writing. And each year we're putting on there, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to make cookies with Kara and Olivia, right? We're going to, well, I won't go through all of it with you, but what I want you to understand is create traditions that don't necessarily have to be about making desserts. Create traditions of shopping, of singing, of putting pictures in picture frames, of wrapping, of decorating. They're going and looking at Christmas lights. That's going to be a big, big one this year. Really create Christmas traditions that are about making memories that can be repeated over and over again. You know, I've now done my Donna has strained her voice version of the 12 desserts of Christmas a couple of times. And I've had people say, oh my gosh, Donna, I cannot believe you did that because it really does sound bad. It does. You know what? Listen, it's all about making the memory. I don't care. It's all about if someone laughs, so what? If someone rolls their eyes, so what? You know what? The people who are attracted to it, who think it's fun, you're my people, right? And you want to find your people. You want to love on people at Christmas time. I think that's why it's my favorite because all the walls go down and people will just allow you to love on them. Even the ones that aren't sure of you, they'll allow you to love on them when all these wonderful desserts and all the beautiful lights and all the wonderful music is in the air. So, you know, redeem the time for experiences and traditions and certainly intertwine a bunch of these amazing recipes. Okay, Bethy, let's go to the next one.
We have honey almond cake. Now, this cake is it's a nice spongy cake. So you're going to use, and I've got to read my stuff here. You're going to use the whole almonds toasted. You've got eggs and honey. So as you see these ingredients, this is something that listen to your body or just once you've added in some, and there's not a lot of sweetener in here, but you do have some So you've got your regular egg ingredients, regular cake ingredients with the almonds and the eggs, the honey, vanilla, some baking soda, and some sea salt. The topping, when you heat up honey, it turns very liquidy. So can you imagine that kind of seeping in? So our directions for this, you're going to preheat an oven to 350, and you've got a spring form pan. So that's going to be key. And you are going to be using just a little cooking spray because you want it to release from the pan. Process the almonds in a food processor or blender. Food processor is best. And you're going to have finely ground. So it's kind of like you're making your own almond flour a little bit. You're going to beat the eggs, the honey, the vanilla, the baking soda, and the salt in a bowl. So again, definitely making a cake here. Add the almonds in and get it just till it's combined. And then you're going to take 4 egg whites in another bowl with the mixer. Make sure it's clean. Get that foamy. And then what you're going to do is fold that into your nut mixture. That's your cake mix. That's your batter. And then put it in until it's golden brown. And we all know when we bake a cake or cupcakes or muffins, you've got to put the skewer or the toothpick in there. And when it comes out clean, it's cooked through. And then remove the cake. Gently, of course, put it on the parchment paper, put it on a serving platter, and drizzle that warm honey and sprinkle it with some sliced almonds. And it is something where you're not eating a bunch of refined flour, you're not eating a bunch of sugar, and it's a really just kind of a sweet replacement for some super refined sugary cake. It would go good with a cup of tea or coffee as well. So enjoy it. I think it sounds amazing.
Again, Beth was talking about earlier with you guys, creating your experience with your coffee. And I have watched her do this multiple times, by the way. So she walks her talk, putting the vanilla protein pudding, shake pudding into her coffee to create an amazing French vanilla latte. I know a lot of people love the different flavors of stevia for their coffee. So really creating just the experience of a Christmas treat with your coffee and with this cake. And nobody is going to expect for a second that this is a quote unquote healthier cake or, God forbid, diet cake, right? But this is something that's absolutely delicious. Now, again, we're getting into several options of a lot of different kinds of recipes, and I'm very excited about how amazing these are. I'm just going to say again that if you're a member, a PDF, we will not be supplying a Word doc just for the purposes of getting this information out there in a non-editable fashion, but it will be a PDF that will be presented to you guys. And if you're not a member, we're going to be letting you know when 12dessertsofchristmas.com is live, and that's where you can go retrieve this for yourself. I said a little bit ago, Beth, that hey, when you found your people, when you can sing and everybody's laughing at themselves and with everybody else, and you're just being real, right? It did occur to me when I knew we would be producing this video, albeit that we have prepared for it for a while, it isn't completely Christmas yet. Yeah, it's not really Christmas yet. So I had to find a spot in my house that, would have some of my Christmas decor. And I had to, of course, pull out some of my Christmas experience and Christmas tradition propaganda. But I knew we weren't in a studio and it wasn't all fancy and et cetera, right? And someone said, well, aren't you worried that people are going to kind of think this amateurish? Yeah, no, I don't care. Because here's the thing, we are who we are. We're very real people. We love what we do. We get very excited about sharing time with you guys. And the recipes are amazing. This is legit. The creating of traditions is legit. And yeah, I really am, the crazy Christmas tree lady who is the Christmas addict who Christmas crutch, whatever. So yeah, it's real. No, I'm not going to be worried that people go, what a joke. I can't believe they put a video together like that. This is who we are. And that's what I said to that person. These
I have
recipes
something to
are
say.
delicious. What's that?
I have something to say. So
Say
first,
something.
we want everybody to be prepared ahead of time, right? Because you probably want to try these to see which ones you want to take to your events that are coming up. And two, who are you hanging around who's stealing your mojo there? So yeah, of course we want to get this out ahead of Christmas. It's only a couple weeks to Thanksgiving, and we're going to use these there too. So
Okay, now Beth she just let it out. Now she just let it out when that is, when we're recording. Okay, so you're asking who I'm hanging out with. Okay, look, it was just a very, very logical person. There's nothing wrong with logical people, right? I don't know. I hope that the logical folks of the world can enjoy Christmas for like 2 full months, like I do. Literally 2 months. I'm not kidding. We love the season, and we love to love on each other, and we love to love on other people, and we love sharing this stuff with you guys. And you're going to love nut crusted chocolate balls. These are like bonbons. Now, Beth likes to use a name. She likes to use a brand name. I'll leave it up to her if she's going to share the brand name.
You guys may have seen a commercial during holiday time where there's like a tower of these golden wrapped little balls, Ferrero Rocher. So this is a kind of take on that recipe. So a chocolate ball, nut ball, bonbon, whatever you have. There's a lot of people out there that really love, especially at holiday time, hazelnuts. They seem to be like a Christmassy kind of nut. So this is the first step is to make a chocolate hazelnut ball. And so you take hazelnuts and a little coconut oil and some unsweetened cocoa powder, a little salt, and a little hazelnut liquid stevia. So, which is in our store. And you're going to follow directions on that, which we'll get to. And then when you make the balls, you take the chocolate hazelnut spread and you take 12 hazelnuts. So you are going to make a ball. You're going to insert the hazelnut into the ball, and then you're going to wrap or roll the finished ball in the hazelnuts. So you have something that looks somewhat like that picture. So first you've got to toast the hazelnuts. That's going to fill your house with a lovely scent. You're going to then process the hazelnuts into crumbs. You're going to add the remaining ingredients, blend till smooth. And then you've got to refrigerate your hazelnut spread so that it can be formed. And then once you make it and you take a teaspoon of it and flatten it like a little mini pancake, you put your hazelnut in there, you make another little pancake of it, and then you roll it into a ball, put it in the fridge, mix up your sugar-free chocolate bar, or you could use the sugar-free chocolate chips that you used in the other recipe. But you're gonna take the chocolate hazelnut ball, dip it in the chocolate coating, and then put it on a wire rack so that the excess chocolate drips down. And now you've got these perfect little balls that everybody will want to pop. So I just thought it was a really great, yummy thing for people to, have a little decadent treat that's not as decadent as one of those gold wrapped foil balls.
I love the line in this dessert. Toast hazelnuts in a dry skillet until fragrant. Listen to that, you guys. Toast hazelnuts in a dry skillet until fragrant. That in and of itself sounds like Christmas to me. And so again, I know I just keep saying this, but if you've got folks over to your home, or you're going to someone else's home, if you take these bonbons with you, or folks can enjoy these bonbons at your house, No one's going to think for a second that you're doing anything super, super healthy or trying to watch your weight. But the bottom line is, the the subtitle for holiday treats you can actually eat is the 12 desserts of Christmas that produce weight loss. And that is because if you will enjoy this option as opposed to the little gold wrapped option, you're going to be enjoying a healthier alternative. So, again, it's just something that no one will have any idea. It's a bonbon. No one's going to have any idea, most importantly, that you are quote unquote sacrificing, that you are having something you really don't want to have because it is something you do want to have. See, this is how you enjoy a lifestyle. You start preparing these kinds of alternatives, and they're the kinds of alternatives that produce high states of health and weight loss and wellness. And they are desserts that you can enjoy for the rest of your life. So, most importantly, you won't be thinking you're doing something that you really would prefer not to be doing because the taste buds and the mindset are all going to be realizing that you're enjoying things that taste absolutely delicious.
Let's go on to, now I was just talking to my girlfriend about this one and she was like, I have bananas, I'm going to do this right now. If you take 4 medium bananas that you've frozen and you mix them with a little bit, a 1/4 cup plus a couple tablespoons of unsweetened non-dairy milk, so coconut milk, almond milk, and a 1/4 cup of unsalted natural peanut butter, again, going to say organic, or almond butter, and then you take 3 tablespoons of the Total Life chocolate protein shake, and you blend up your bananas, your frozen bananas, in the blender. Add the milk till it gets smooth, and then put your peanut butter and your protein shake in there, and then blend that, and then pour it into a container. Now, this could be where you put them in pretty little dessert cups, individual, and you freeze them in like the ramekin or little parfait glasses. We would not have room in our freezer to do that, but it sounds like a great idea. And then you freeze it, and then you bring it out and allow it to just kind of soften up. It's you're gonna have ice cream. And here's a little, you could take like some melted peanut butter and drizzle it on the top. But the other thing you can do with frozen bananas as a bonus, you could make pumpkin ice cream as well by using pumpkin puree with the bananas instead of the peanut butter. So just a little bonus there. But this, you've got ice cream. So, and it's got a little protein in it to boot. So you're a win-win.
And picture that. You've got folks at your house and you're breaking out the ice cream, chocolate, peanut butter, or we just found out pumpkin. Awesome. Let's keep going.
Frozen bananas are your friend. Now, we all love the parfait. And it's one of the things that once you have the shakes and the pretzels, it's a go-to for a lot of us because you take the very vanilla pudding and some strawberries and some pretzels. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to layer your strawberries, your pudding, your pretzels. You can go as far as you want. This one in the picture has a strawberry pudding, pretzel, strawberry, but you could do it however you feel. But crush up those pretzels, put the strawberries, it's just a great bite, like the whole thing. And the whole thing is 15 grams of protein, plus you have your fruit portion and you've got your protein, 12 grams of protein in your pretzels. This is a great snack for anybody that will hold you over for a very long time.
A great snack, no matter which portion of the program you're on. 2030, listen to your body, just wanting to eat healthy, just hoping to balance out some hormones, wanting to drop some weight. This dessert fits no matter what. And again, guys, remember the eye gate. This is absolutely gorgeous. I would encourage you always put this in a clear container. But that clear container can be anything from a wine glass to a little dessert cup, just and anything in between. But display, display, display. Remember that so much of what goes on here in within the taste buds goes on in the mind first.
All right, now we have oatmeal raisin cookies. Look at those ingredients, super simple. This is where you could throw these together. If you have added old-fashioned oats to your program, your body is good with them. You got your bananas. Again, bananas are your friend. 1 cup of organic old-fashioned oats. They have to not be the quick cook ones. It's got to be the old-fashioned. A little cinnamon, and now you've got your raisins. And you're just going to preheat your oven in a bowl of a food processor. Blend your bananas, your cinnamon, and your oats until they're smooth. And then you want to be able to see the oats, but like you don't want this to look like porridge. Scoop out the batter with a cookie scoop, or just something where you're going to get even portions. So don't like just leave it up to your nature to plop some down. And then you're going to bake it on parchment paper for 12 to 15 minutes until the tops are golden. You've got your, oh, I see that I don't have the raisins in there. Stir the raisins in there. And then you can also do other fruits, like if you've added unsweetened dried cranberries, if you wanted to add some chopped nuts, if you were had nuts where you wanted to have those in the cookie. But the oatmeal raisin cookie, it's quick, and you can also see that there is no flour in there. Your oats are going to be the binder.
Okay, first of all, my favorite thing about this recipe is that it goes in the oven. And what that means to us, friends, you can smell the aroma of these cookies baking. I know I say this a lot in our master classes, Beth, but I really feel like I need us to make these when you're here. Because I feel like I would like to have 1 or 2 right now. So, I can wait if we just make them while you're here. But in addition to the aroma, guys, Beth just mentioned cranberries. Again, remember, I keep saying this, the eye gate. The eye gate during the holidays are a big part of why your mouth will explode with excitement, right? So cranberries are red, and they are a typical holiday fruit. So again, you also can pre-shape the cookies for future baking so that they're just ready to plop in. So if you are enjoying a tradition with a child or grandchild or friend or spouse or sibling or whatever, they could just be ready to go. So really, yum. Are you kidding me? Oatmeal raisin cookies. Let's go.
To a peanut butter cookie.
Yay!
Peanut butter cookies are super simple, where you have your peanut butter. Again, I'm going to push organic, using a granulated stevia. So instead of the drop, and then an egg. When you mix up peanut butter and egg, you can just form these cookies, put your little crisscrosses on them. Now, the reason that peanut butter cookies have a crisscross is because it helps them to cook evenly, to bake evenly. So that's where you don't just plunk them down. You put that crisscross on there, which is the trademark of a good peanut butter cookie. So you're just going to place all the ingredients in a bowl, mix it up, roll out the dough, portion it out, put the crisscross on it, bake 10 to 15 minutes. Super simple. I think we should make these.
Can we make them both?
We'll make them both. We'll make them both.
Because again, the smell of oatmeal raisin cookies baking and the smell of peanut butter cookies baking, guys, seriously, really come on. The 12 desserts of Christmas that produce weight loss, these are amazing. I can't wait to get the feedback from you guys on how you're enjoying preparing these and how you're enjoying eating them and how you're enjoying sharing them and how you're enjoying hearing from other people about how great they are. All right, Bethy, I know you've been saving this one.
Pumpkin pie. Now, this pumpkin pie, actually, one of our members who is doing amazing in that goal, she had played around with this, and this is her recipe. Um, with the protein pretzel twist is your crust with a mix of ground nuts, a little tapioca flour, stevia, and a little melted butter or coconut oil. I will tell you a little secret. Everything that I bake with coconut oil.
Me
I
too.
I love the little essence of unrefined coconut oil. And it really does, it's better for you than using a vegetable oil or something like that. Pumpkin puree is great for you too. I mean, everybody can benefit from the fiber in pumpkin puree, but it's full of beta carotene. So eat your pumpkin. Arrowroot powder is in there, sea salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, ground ginger, allspice, all of your classic pumpkin flavors, right? Your pumpkin pie flavors. A little bit of stevia. This does have some pure maple syrup, and I do use a little maple syrup for the flavor as well. That's up to you because you could get a stevia that has more of a mapley flavor. And then this also is using heavy cream or coconut cream. So if you're using coconut oil, go ahead and go with the coconut cream, and then a couple large eggs. Of course, you've got your pie pan. I always suggest glass pie pan. Glass just is a better thing to bake with. Whisk together your pretzels, your nuts, your tapioca flour, and your stevia till all combined, and then add your oil, your coconut oil to that. Make sure that you put it in the pan and press it in there well. And once you have that ready, it says carefully line the crust with a parchment paper and then fill with dry beans or rice to weight it down so it doesn't bubble. Bake it, and then we're going to move on to with the filling. You whisk it all together. Then you are going to take your cold crust out, pour in your cover and refrigerate your pumpkin custard mix, and then throw that into the pan and bake it until it is looks like pumpkin pie is done. So the quick little tip with the vanilla pudding packet as a bonus, I think I said it earlier, but if you throw in a packet of the vanilla pudding and some pumpkin pie spice with some pretzel twist just dipped into it, you can have your individual like quick pumpkin pie fix with pudding and pumpkin pie spice.
Another bonus idea, right? So again, we've got baking involved here, which means aroma. I love it. Absolutely love it. So Bethy, how do you want to sum it up?
Well, I would say that you guys, holidays are definitely a part of our just tradition, and food is intertangled or intermingled in that. But just like Donna said, making new traditions and really focusing on enjoying the people that you're with is the key versus having your mind be, I can't have this. I've been saying a lot in our 2030 group about where your mind is taking you. And if you think that, oh, I can't have this, where if you would say something like, this is really great, I'm really enjoying my family, I love that we're together, instead of, oh, I can't have that food. That's all you're thinking about is what you can't have. So enjoy your people, enjoy the holidays, and be thankful that we are all together in whatever manner, video like we are together today here, or in person. It's about being together, and it's about enjoying the blessings. That's my sum up.
You know how in the 5 days of Christmas, it's 5 golden rings. Okay, that was better. See, I've been sipping on my Zevia. That wasn't good, but it was better. So I'm going to close down this video with just two things. One, there is going to be the 5 Desserts of Christmas song produced. It is going to happen. I'm very excited about it. It's not me. It's somebody who actually can sing amazingly well. And the 5 is on the 5th day of Christmas desserts, my cookbook gave to me 5 pounds of fat gone. I mean, come on. Is that good? 5 pounds of fat gone just because you ate the right desserts? It could happen. The other thing I want to tell you is if you are not a member, but you are interested in our program, we're here to help you. It is pretty common that people lose 20 pounds in 30 days, but we can't guarantee that. 10, 20, 40, 60, 100 pounds has been regularly lost without any hunger, without losing muscle mass, without any slowdown in metabolic rate. But what we are most proud of is that people find out they don't have blood pressure problems anymore. Their doctor tells them that, and many times takes them off blood pressure medication. No cholesterol issues anymore, and the doctor will take them off of cholesterol meds. Anxiety, depression is handled. Diabetic conditions and pre-diabetic conditions completely eliminated. So if you're not a member and you've stuck with us through this little hokey video that we made, having a lot of fun, and you love the idea of who we are, because this is who we are all the time, and you love the idea of being taught and learning new things and being able to lose weight and be in a state of really high health for the rest of your life, then if you haven't yet, visit 2030fasttrack.com and we will connect you to a seminar or a webinar where you can learn how our program works and how to get all these amazing benefits for yourself. So Bethy, I love you. I love you. You did an amazing job today. This was a lot of fun. You endured my singing. I mean,
Stop. Not having any more of that talk.
I had a great time. So, here's to Zevia. Here's to Christmas. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.